BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by...
I want to retire knowing we did it right. We want
to know that it's been worth something.
It's worth everything.
Be intentional about your worth. Farmers National Bank Wealth Management.
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
I have always loved art. Art was always kind of my thing, and usually with, people that go through chemo, people that have alopecia, they lose everything. It's like the greatest feeling to be able to restore something for them. The difference between what we do and a normal body tattoo is the depth. We're not going in as deep. However, it's still the same setup. We're using all disposable tools. They have their, own pigment, own tray, everything. It's kind of like the same aftercare. So it's very, very similar to, regular tattooing. Depending on what you want, whether it's, eyebrows, whether it's lips, whether it's eyeliner, everything's going to take, a different amount of time. Average is usually, 1.5 to 2.5 hours, though. I've taken a lot of classes across the U.S. I still, to this day, 5 years later, I still go on trainings because there's still more to learn. There's still, new techniques coming out, so you really want to stay up on it. It all depends on, when you do your research, who you do want to train with the company, with the trainer. So usually I'll go travel to take, some good classes. For all, cancer survivors and alopecia, they only get charged half price. And then during, Christmas time and the holiday season, I'll usually have my gift cards on special. So that should be within the next month or two. I'll start doing those on special.
Now, how long have you kind of been dealing with cancer patients and people with alopecia?
Since I've been doing this, about 5 years now.
What's it kind of getting to work with these people during a very difficult time?
It's amazing. You get to meet some very strong, positive individuals. It's honestly probably the best part. Your problems can seem so big, and you talk to somebody, like that who's going through so much, and they seem, your problems are so small now, The next goal is kind of developing a little bit of the workforce. How long of a process do you think that potentially could take for you to start to get maybe some other people in the door to kind of help? This has gotten a lot more popular now. Like when I started, nobody even heard of microblading or, what it was. So I worked, 2 jobs for 2 years, 7 days a week, to, gain clientele and get this going. Now, people are actually looking for it. They know what it is. So I don't feel like it would take somebody as long as it did me to, gain a clientele. It's obviously, they're not going to start and just start getting booked right away, but I think it'll be, a lot quicker than it was for me.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by...
I want to retire knowing we did it right. We want
to know that it's been worth something.
It's worth everything.
Be intentional about your worth. Farmers National Bank Wealth Management.